backend repository. So CX Labs API.
Oh, okay. So you're yes.
Yeah. So CX Labs API. Now I'm gonna give you a secret. So
Okay.
the query name. So if you see like
Workspace.
workspace virtual machines,
Uh huh.
well, so this is so the back. So the piece where the camel case is, you can just add an underscore and then then remove the camel case just like this.
Okay.
So that should well, let's see. Okay, so workspace
Wow.
loader
Okay.
workspace. Okay,
Okay.
so give me
In
a
the
quick second.
UI we see camel cases, and in the backend we see underscores.
Understood. Yeah, so so yeah, some of these properties like the I don't think this is a query property, but the GraphQL endpoint query properties are transformed into camel case. And I forget this Cameron. He used to work here. He taught me how that worked a long time ago. I forget how it works now, but there's a transformation that happens, a mapping to camel case.
Okay.
Okay, so now all we need to do is find work, but I can do even better than this. So let's go to this is the staging link, and I'm going to the staging CX Labs STG / GraphQL, and that'll give you the document GraphQL document explorer for the API. So I see
Okay.
workspace virtual machines here,
We can search
but
over it.
that's actually wrong. That's not the name of the query. So I was wrong. What we need to do is find the name of the query. So it says the operation name is workspace virtual machines. The name of the query.
Okay.
I need to find the name of the query.
Yeah, it's still the
Oh,
workspace. Workspace.
yes, get by ID. Okay. So this looks like I'm familiar with this workspace. I mean with this query. Okay. So
Okay.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna say work space get by ID. There it is. You see how like you can say get by ID. Okay. So here it is right here. And now this is in workspace.py. Have they taught you about the structure of the backend yet? Like how the folder structure works?
Oh yeah. They have explained it to me, and one by one, working on the ticket. So gradually, I'm also getting to know.
Right. Okay. So with that being said, here's the workspace get by ID function. So what we're doing is we're calling workspace get by ID, but it looks like we are some type of way we are passing the virtual machines, but I don't see the variable here. So that's making me confused. So type name workspace ID. Oh, I see what's happening. So the query, it's the query. So inside of this query, we must be only requesting virtual machines. And yep, we're not getting anything else. So we're calling, so yeah, so we got it. So it's good. We're good to go. So basically what's happening is that we're making a request, workspace get by ID, virtual. I'll show you. Let's see if I can remap up this request really quick. I need a workspace ID, so I'm gonna get this 359 ID. I'm gonna copy this. All right, so what we're doing is we're saying query, and I'm gonna say workspaces with VM. Okay, so that's what we're doing. And then we say workspace get by ID. Then we pass the ID here. The ID is 359. 359. And then inside of here, I say virtual machines. Virtual machines, I think that has a result. And then I'm saying ID. I'll get the ID and name. Boom. So then this should get, let's say age. So So this is taking a minute. There it is. So there's my test VM right there.
Okay.
So basically but the query to get that is right here. So you got to remember that um I don't know if you have like a lot of experience with like graphene and stuff like that, but this project uses um it uses graphene, which is like the main thing, okay?
Yep. Since we
Um
were, yep.
yeah, it's like a framework.
Hmm.
And I'm not don't expect me to give you a tutorial on this because I'm a front end developer. This is
Yeah.
not my specialty.
Yeah.
But I know yeah,
I
I have
have an
just a
idea
little
on
bit of
graphene. Not very
yeah,
much,
yeah.
but I do have an idea.
Yeah, so it uses graphene, and so that's a graphene field, a type.
Mhm.
So let's go to the workspace type. So when we go to the workspace type, there should be virtual machines somewhere. So virtual machines is here. Okay.
Mhm.
So hopefully you can like track this down, like go deeper and deeper and deeper. But basically, they're asking for the ability to change the username and password and change the. I'll just ask him.
Okay. So basically,
I'll ask Christopher Reservoir. Which field?
so
to add again? And then I'll look at the email too because he sent me an email. I'm trying to gather the requirements the correct way. Chris, does this do a contains? No, this doesn't do a contains. Man, is there a way to search this? Please, Microsoft, do not make me have to search through every email. It says saved searches. Do you know how to save? I mean, to search through emails on here? No,
it should be pretty simple, right? So
it should be, but Microsoft, they're not the best.
so you, I mean, just so you're searching for a particular person.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a search bar above, so you can use it. You can use it there.
Where is it?
Right above the sync, mark on red. On the right side, on the top, yeah, on the top, yeah. There's a search bar.
Oh, up here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is good. Thank you. I didn't even see that. That's because I'm sharing, and
Oh, okay. It's covering the screen.
yeah, there's a bar covering. All right, so design approval update. He sent me an attachment last
Oh,
meeting.
okay.
Here it is. So here it is. So I'm gonna preview this attachment. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So download.
So basically, so I should be able to make edits in the VM.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, hold on. You said what again? Sorry, go again.
so I should be able to make edits in the VM with the new changes.
Yes, correct. You should be able to make edits in the
So
VM, but I'm just trying to figure out which part of like which piece of like which exact fields because
exactly,
I see fields in a database that should not be changed.
yeah. So yeah,
Like, so-
that if I get that fields, then probably that would be easy. So like what fields that I should be able to edit.
Reserve later. Okay, come on, man. Who's your virtual VM? Let's see, VM. Okay, add pod. Remove and add VM. And down. So he didn't even put that in here. But this is, I mean, this may be outdated. In the ticket. Why did I not include this in the ticket? Oh, did you see the?
Yes. I followed the links that has been shared by Paul too. That
Okay.
yeah.
You know what? I need some time because I'm trying to recall
No,
when
no problem.
because the reason. Okay, let's check this. I'm not sure the whole point of including a checkbox here, but the reason why I need some time is because I do recall Christopher. It's a guy named Christopher Rodriguez,
Hmm.
and he works in the lab. He requested this change or this
No,
update,
no problem.
and so yeah, I'm not too sure on if he because he didn't include it in that in this you know he didn't include it in the list of things to update that he sent me. So I'm trying to figure out if there was a reason of why he didn't do that. Like maybe he doesn't need to change anymore. But I'm gonna
Oh, okay.
right now there's no ability to update this stuff. So I think he was saying he would like the ability to update the link, then the username and password.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that we can start there. Like we can start there, just updating the ability to update the uh, username and password, or yeah, username and password and access link, I believe.
Okay, so 1 second, let me write. So ability to
So
update username, password, and link.
and access links, yeah, or access, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay. And so like you see where it's at, right? So I'm not sure if they taught y'all this, but there's like 3 different repositories, or like maybe even more than that, that you deal with when working on the back end. You have the UI, I mean, you have the API, and then you have the database, and you have the core.
Of course,
And
yes.
apparently,
Yes.
yeah. And so apparently there's like virtualization as well. So yeah, it could be a pain.
So there is a virtualization as well.
Yeah, and so CX Labs virtualization. Now this repository belongs to this. This is not a CXLT repository. This is a CloudForms repository. So see, look, Python code to interact with CloudForms. Okay, from CXLT. So I guess we have access to it, but it's a think of this library as a middleware to talk to a third party service.
Okay.
Okay. And so here's some bumps that you may run into. So right now, VMs are still a new thing, right? Like, so the way it's supposed to be working is that we are supposed to create a VM from CXLT.
Yes.
That VM, that request to create a VM is sent to CloudForms. CloudForms creates the VM, and then from then on out, we're supposed to stay in sync with CloudForms, because you can go in CloudForms and change things about. Have you ever been in CloudForms before?
No.
Okay, so I will show you that really quick. And this is important to know when working on this ticket. So it's not a BS. All right, so like I'm going to go to add a VM. Why is this left aligned? This is so weird. Weird stuff is happening now that I'm not sure why. Okay, nevertheless, I'm not going to get off track. So, CloudForms, there's a CloudForms domain per each. Let's just say per each location. So, like, I'm going to go into the Richardson CloudForms domain. So I go into the Richardson CloudForms domain. Now, these domains are in respect to where you establish your VM. Okay. So I'm clicking login. This is CloudForms. And so here it is. So These are, here's my virtual machines. I'm going to go to virtual machines. And yeah, so now let me go to the VMs that I own, which let's see, my active VMs. So I don't see anything right here, but this is CloudForms, okay? So I'm not like super educated on how to like use this software. I don't spend a lot of time in it because I haven't done a lot of work on VMs yet. But this is the source of all the virtual machines, okay? And so here, this is like a complete app to go in and provision virtual machines, manage virtual machines, and change details and things like that about the virtual machine. So I think what Paul is saying in this ticket is that yeah, so I'm thinking that what Paul is saying in this ticket is that some of the work to modify a VM already exists, some of the code, but I think we have to hook into that code. Like you have to create a mutation in our CX Labs API code base to hook into that pre-existing code. Since
Okay.
they're all in like different repositories. So, okay, if you look at this one right here, I don't know, can you see this ticket?
Mm-hmm.
So like this first link is in CX Labs API.
Yes.
The second link is in CX Labs virtualization.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So he's saying this link right here is a modified mutation which triggers a task. Okay. Because when you so first off, we're communicating with third-party service. So there's a mutation that he's saying is right here. There's a mutation here that already kicks off a task to modify or configure the virtual machine. Okay, so tasks are, the task like a background task, it takes some time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so then he's saying the properties currently available to be modified are within here. So all he's saying here is that you can go here to look at the properties that are available to be modified. So you may not be touching this file, but you may be using it as a reference.
Okay.
To know, which files or which properties here can be modified.
Okay. Got
So
it.
I guess the question for so what you can do is there's a guy, I don't know if Paul told you this, but there's a guy, his name is Jed Barson.
Jed Barson. Yes. I think he has told me.
Yeah, so Jed Barson is the contact point. You can literally, because Jed Barson wrote a lot of this code, he knows this code, he works in this code base.
Okay.
So let's go. I'm gonna go back up. That's the CX Labs API. This is CX Labs virtualization. So here's Jed Barson.
Mm-hmm.
So he's one of the so if you go to so this is an easy way to know who to contact. All you have to do is just go to the core repository, and then the contributors are right here. And the first contributor usually is the one that committed the most. Because Cameron is not in alphabetical order, because Cameron is a C and Jed is a J. So Jed is the one who's committed the most. And then we have this guy, I forget his name. He left the company. Grayson left the company. Cameron left the company. And this guy, I don't know who he is, but I don't know if he still works here. So Jed is the only person that maintains that repository.
Okay, I'll get in touch with Jed too.
Yeah, so what you do is you just ask Jed. You can be redundant and ask Jed, hey, which one of these properties can be modified? And then whatever ones can be modified, just make them all modifiable, like all updatable.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because that'll just that'll solve everything for us on the front end. And so if they want to add a new like form field or a new input on the front end, then we could just do it, and the property is already editable.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's hopefully that was some. I don't know if I helped you or not, but
Yes, yes.
okay, okay. So yeah, buddy. If you need anything else, just reach out to me, and I can help as much as I can.